Can we all be seated, please? All welcome to this very important ceremony, which is the validation of the curriculum on institutionalizing behavior change approaches to reducing corruption in the public and private sectors in Nigeria. Before we go into the introductions and before we go into the nitty-gritty of the ceremony, I think it is proper that we rise up to take a prayer. I think we can use the second stanza of the national anthem. It is on the back page of the program that you have today. The idea for the question, ladies and gentlemen, I will please rise up on our feet as we take the second stanza of the national anthem as our prayer for this very important ceremony. 1, 2, go. O God of creation, every noble cause, by your sinless right, help our youth the truth to know, love and honesty to know, and live in just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. All right, let's be seated. The whole welcome to this very important ceremony. Permit me to quickly recognize our business morning Director General of the National Institute, in the person of Professor Michael of Mortali. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. Also here with us this morning is the National President of the Alumni Association of the National Institute. In the person of Ambassador Ido Okafor, and please put your hands together. Sitting next to Ambassador Ido Okafor is the chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council, IPAC. That is Engineer Yabagi Yusuf Sadi. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. Welcome, sir. And sitting next to Engineer Yabagi Sadi, we have the Secretary Director of Administration of the National Institute, the Leader General CFJ Ugaya MNI. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for me. Thank you very much. And right next to me, we have the Director of Administration and the National Secretary of the Alumni Association of the National Institute, in the person of Alhaji Nasir Badara, MNI. Please put your hands together. Thank you very, very much for being a part of this very important ceremony. We have also in this hall this morning some very eminent personalities who are going to be here essentially as part of the members who are here as part of the members of the curriculum development team. And permit me to recognize in our midst this morning Professor Elijah Oluwatoyin Okebukola. Please put your hands together. Professor Okebukola is representing from who is the provost of the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria. And then we have here also members of the National Institute. We have right here Professor Leonard Kwa, LNI. He is of the Research Directorate of the National Institute. We have also with us this morning Dr. Nasir Usman. Thank you very much for coming. Please put your hands together for him. Please put your hands together for him. Now you can see close to Professor Taima. You are welcome, sir. And also here this morning we have Professor Kelly Taima, ICAP. Is it ICAP or ICAP? You are welcome, Professor Taima. Thank you very much for coming. We have Dr. Musa Umar, MNI. He is here to represent the Director of Research of the National Institute in the person of Professor Tom Pamsha. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We also have some eminent people here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, let us recognize Dr. Utanaoke. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much. We have Dr. Shii Oshimoro. Thank you very much. Dr. Solomon Ushilet is here. He's also of the Site Directorate of the National Institute. Thank you very much for coming. We have Dr. Solomon Akide. We have Dr. Theophilus Sheshi. We have also yes, we have also Madam Mazu Atul. Thank you very much for coming. We have with us Professor Bonaventure, Haruna Political Science Department. Prof, you are very much welcome. Thank you very much for coming. And we also have some very eminent and senior staff of the National Institute, Sandra Labo. She heads the Short Courses Department. We have Barrister Shekina, she heads the Legal Department. And we have so many other very eminent people here. My very senior brother is here, Professor Shola Adeyoju, MNI. If I do mention him, I'm a serious problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting any more time, we're going to go straight to the nitty-gritty, to the main reason why we are gathered here this morning. It's my pleasure to invite Professor Tumpamsha, who is the Director of Research and Project Director, represented here this morning by Dr. Musa Umar. Please put your hands together as we invite you to take the words of this. Thank you, Dr.
Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to represent Professor Pamsha, the Director of Research, who is also the Project Director of this extract. He is engaged somewhere and he was able to hear, so he has asked me to read his speech. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this very important meeting on validation of program on institutionalizing behavior change, approaches to reducing corruption in the public and private sectors in Nigeria. I welcome the Director General of the National Institute, Professor Aaron, the DG, and his management are very supportive to the project implementation committee. I also recognize the Secretary Director of Administration, Nipss, Brigadier General CFJ with MNI, for also being part of the managers that have been supporting this team. Please permit me to recognize the distinguished National President of Alumni Association of Nigeria, Ambassador Emmanuel of MNI. We are delighted to also have in our midst Professor Roland Tunde Kwakawati, Provost and the Corruption Academy KP, who is out of the country, but graciously sent Professor Elijah Oke Bukola, Senior Research Fellow, to represent him. Thank you so much for coming. Let me also welcome to this very important event the National Chairman of the Interparty Advisory Council Island, Engineer Yaba Yusuf Sani. I find is a very distinguished partner of the National Institute for over a decade now. Welcome, sir. I also welcome our leaders, Professor Rabina Bonaventure from the University of Jos, expert on curriculum development, and also Ms. Erin Amakri, Program Manager, Rethinking Politics, Henry Royal Foundation, ABUJA. She is going to join us via Zoom. It's also very important for me also to recognize the members of the curriculum development team. First, Professor Don Pamsha, the Director of Research, who is the chair. We have Professor Ismaila, the Executive Secretary of the International Research and Development Center, Shelia, is on his way coming. We also have Professor Nasser D, who is my MNI Deputy Vice Chancellor, International University of Ghana. Also the team, we have Professor Abdullah, Vice Chancellor of Federal State University. He's on his way here. And also Professor Akin, Head of Affairs Department, Nipss Guru. Professor Lassa Dayil, University of Jos, and also Gender Advisor to Development Research Policy Center, EREZ. You are welcome, ma'am. Also part of the team is Dr. Gabo Adendu, NERBC, Dr. Solomon Nipss, and my almost from Mustafa, Nipss, and the Secretariat, Benjamin of Harvey, and Lachiku, Barbara Shizao. Welcome all other participants here, senior fellows, professionals, partners, and other invited guests. That many of you travel long distances and left your very busy schedule to be here is a sign of commitment to the fight against corruption in Nigeria. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the National Institute is a beneficiary of a grant from the John D. and Gertrude T. MacArthur Foundation under the Nigeria Corruption Program, on Nigeria 2.0, with focus on institutionalizing behavioral change approaches to reducing corruption in the public and private sector in Nigeria. The aim of the project is to foster behavioral change among public and private policy actors against corruption in Nigeria. The specific objectives are to address behavior and knowledge among policymakers and implementers who are the democrats of provision of public services to the citizen. 2. To reinforce and sustain an established framework of capacity building for policy actors on reducing corruption and improving quality of life of the people. And lastly, to reduce corruption and promote accountability by institutionalizing knowledge of behavioral change approaches in public and private sectors. The curriculum team, development team, for a couple of months worked tirelessly to produce a draft curriculum for our consideration today. The curriculum made conscious effort to incorporate behavior and norm change approaches. The curriculum also took into cognizance the beneficiary of the training of this particular training, which includes senior executive course of the National Institute, policy and strategy and leadership course, and other short courses and workshops for high-level policy actors, leaders of political parties, members of the organized private sector. In addition to using the curriculum to train policy actors, the Institute under the program also engage in policy advocacy at national and sub-national levels on behavior and knowledge to reduce corruption in Nigeria. While the draft curriculum has been shared with the distinguished audience, we are still putting together the dimensions. These include reading material, case studies, scenarios, etc. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are glad that in this course this morning we have distinguished scholars, experts that will engage with the curriculum. Our expectations are at the end of this meeting, while the contribution will have been harvested to reach the curriculum. Once again, I welcome you all to this very important meeting. Thank you most sincerely for accepting our invitation. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much. Can we put our hands together one more time for beautiful welcome address. Let me also recognize this morning, also presenting this hall, Dr. Plansat Dali of the University of Jos. Thank you very much for coming. Please put your hands together for we will take in an address from the Director General of the National Institute, Professor Ayo. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as he comes forward to deliver his address. Can you please put your hands together? Thank you.
It is my pleasure this morning to welcome all of us to
gathering where we are trying to validate curriculum that has been developed by the committee of the institute. And we don't want to waste time by recognizing people of the library. It's a close-knit family. We know ourselves, except a few people that are personally not familiar with. I recognize the gentleman representing Professor Bawali is new, and we welcome you to our list. I also recognize the chairman of IDA is also familiar with one because my co-brother, the president of ABUJA. I welcome all of us. It is my pleasure on behalf of the staff of the National Institute to welcome you to the very important application. The National Institute is highly invited and honored to have very distinguished scholars, experts, and personalities who graciously accepted our invitation despite their busy schedules. As some of you may be aware, Nipss is Nigeria's biggest think tank and serves as a high-level center for reflection, research, and dialogue. It brings together academics of excellence, seasoned policy initiators, and exhibitors and other students of mature experience and wisdom from all walks of life to meet, to reflect and exchange ideas on critical issues in society, particularly as these issues relate to Nigeria and Africa within the context of constantly changing world. In pursuit of this mandate, Nipss has remained consistent in regularly studying and dialoguing on major national issues that pertain to improving the quality of life of the citizens of our great nation. It is in this regard that the National Institute, deeply concerned by the diversity of government in Nigeria, has been engaged in various policy advocacy for zero tolerance to corruption. In recognition of this commitment to provide useful solutions to address the challenges of corruption that affect national development, Nipss received a grant from the MacArthur Foundation in 2022 under the On-Nigeria Corruption Program, that is known as Nigeria 2.0. The grant is to implement a project titled Institutionalizing Behavior Change Approaches to Reducing Corruption in Public and Private Sectors in Nigeria. The goals of this novel project are: 1, to contribute to effective campaigns to reduce corruption in public and private sectors in Nigeria through behavior change approaches. 2, integrate the behavior change approaches into the various curricular and training programs in the National Institute. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the focus of this project is to inspire behavioral change among public and private policy actors against corruption in Nigeria. Some of the activities carried out in this regard so far include: 1, a depth study on the types of corruption in Nigeria; 2, an evaluative study on the impact of corruption on policy and program implementation; 3, drafting a training curriculum that will incorporate behavioral insight tools such as behavioral reduction to achieve change. The curriculum is to be integrated with the existing training modules on various courses offered by the National Institute, and we are hoping that by each validation we can include it in the curriculum of 46/2024. It is against this background that the National Institute constituted a team of experts and practitioners to come up with a curriculum that will incorporate behavioral approaches. This team has produced a draft curriculum which we are gathered here to consider. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is indispensable that corruption is endemic in Nigeria as it exists in every sector of national life. Corruption has other disturbing consequences, such as reduction in governance capacity, which erodes the institutional capacity of government to deliver quality public services. It exists in diverse public investment, from major public to capital projects. It draws compliance with safety and health regulations, and of course, it increases budgetary pressures of government, and of course, also agendas in disregard for the rule of law. That was why past governments and indeed the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been concerned with fighting corruption and improving the quality of governance in Nigeria. The National Institute acknowledges that there exist strong anti-corruption regulations and campaigns to reduce corruption in Nigeria. There is no doubt that these measures have worked to an extent. However, it is of a strong conviction that engendering change in the overall orientation of public and private sector across, as well as other citizens, constitutes a cardinal strategy towards reducing and abolishing corrupt practices in Nigeria. This approach, therefore, goes beyond emphasis on law and order to focus more on behavioral and norm change. It further enables the individual to respect regulations, adhere to hygienic procedures, and resist against corruption. We are seeing that no matter what laws are made, it will not change their behaviors to always find ways of ensuring that those laws are followed. So the belief of me is that unless we change the man, unless we change that, there is no law that can actually work, and that has been the result of this research. Your Excellencies, the approach to developing recognizing incorporates liberal approaches to reducing corruption in conflict and private sectors in Nigeria requires a lot of hard work. We see this project as contributing to strengthening accountability and reducing corrupt practices. It is a holistic and inclusive approach to policy actors, understanding of corruption and approaches to relate. These policy actors constitute a very important barrier for promoting behavior and norm change in Nigeria. Let me also again sincerely appreciate the sponsors of this chapter research, John G. MacArthur and the MacArthur Foundation, for their support. I want to also especially recognize the alumni association of the National Institute, that is ANI, for its personal support with alma mater in the creation of the society. This is exemplified by the present today of the National President and the Secretary General of the Association. I please think of the ground of President and always showing interest in matters concerning Nipss. May I also use this forum to appreciate the Inter-Party Advisory Council (IPAC) because of what I detected in us. We thank you for your constructive relationship and this sincere desire that this cooperation and collaboration be further strengthened. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give a round of applause to IPAC? Thank you very much, sir. Finally, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have no doubt in my mind that with this area of professionals, experts, and technical personalities in this world, there will be quality inputs to the draft curriculum. I appeal to us to be very frank and to be very, very deep in our analysis of the curriculum that we are presenting today. Please, we have an open mind. Our minds are receptive to changes. All that needs to be about is to have a better society. I believe that everyone invited here today is fearful effort in ensuring that the validation process is carried out to the best of our individual abilities and the process as a group effort. I thank you all for coming, and thank you for listening to the presentation. Thank you very much.
This morning I was reading an article, a syndicated article actually, by Professor Oyi Falola, who is an eminent historian and professor of African studies. And he had this to say, he said, to effectively address corruption, it is essential to delve into the intricate web of societal norms that perpetuate and enable such unethical behavior. In the fight against corruption, it is crucial to focus on transforming behaviors and fostering a culture of integrity and accountability. He also went further saying this requires active participation from individuals across different sectors. I'm sure that's exactly what we're doing this morning, bringing together people from different sectors to look at this issue so that we can come up with a position that will help us to address this very serious national challenge that we have been contending with for years. And so before we continue, we are going to be taking some Google messages. We will start by taking a Google message from the representative of the provost of the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria located in Kevin, and to give us that Google message, we have Professor K, who please put your hands together. After Professor K, will also be taking the Google message from the National President of the Alumni Association of the National Institute, His Excellency Ambassador Emmanuel O. Okafor, MNI. And immediately after that, we'll also take the Google message from Engineer Nabagi Bisu Sani, the National Chairman of IPA, Professor Kiko.
The Director General is eminent, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly anything adopt the protocol already established for this event. From the Babali, Provost of Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria. The Provost recognizes the importance of Nipss in this behavior change project, also funded by the MacArthur Foundation. The Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria is one of the key policy bodies that are part of this funded project. At the Academy, we recognize, and we not Nipss, that also recognize that research and academic inquiry is very important or key to almost every aspect of policy, both in terms of policy making and policy implementation. And there's an analogy that we use there. We use the analogy of ants. When you see ants going in a straight line, they seem to be very small, almost weak organisms. But when you look at the sophistication involved in their activities, then you realize that their movement is not just something that you can discard with wave of hand. When you see the line of ants, some ants go in front of others, they drop pheromones that other ants will follow. And we as researchers and academics, we are like those ones that drop the pheromones for others to follow. Without those pheromones, those ants will not go in a straight line, but they won't go out from one point to the other. So our research, our work as researchers, as academics, is very important as it enables us, it allows us to live even without being seen. The fuel notes dropped by those hands are not seen, they are not visible, but they ensure that everything gets done properly. In the same way, what we do as researchers may not be very obvious for the world to see, but our work is very important. And that also brings us to the meeting, the validation event we have today. The provost instructed me to mention that this validation meeting is just like those notes dropped by hands. It might appear to be a small event, a small thing, but it is very important. And the provost is delighted to be a part of this event. So while sitting there, I thought I should modify the message a bit because I was sitting not too far from a general. So I moved in my mind from the third note of the Provost of Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria to a bullet. So in my mind, I said, let me add a bullet to what the Provost asked me to say. The bullets also are very small pieces of, are they metal? Metal. Very small pieces of metal, but they are very efficient. Now, without the bullet, you can still use your firearm, you can still use your rifle as a club or something, but it's not the same thing with when you have the bullet and you use it efficiently. So what we are doing today, the validation meeting, is like the firearm for the hands, it's like the bullet to the soldier's rifle. It is very small, or it appears to be very small, but without it, we cannot do anything or cannot achieve our goal efficiently. So it's on that note that I bring a congratulatory message and goodwill message of the Provost of Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, and I wish us a very successful event. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Bukola. I appreciate your organizing very much. It is the turn of the National President of the Alumni Association of the National Institute, Ambassador Emmanuel Okafor, MNI, to bring his goodwill message. Please push us together.
Director General of the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Rosario Gonzalez, and others described him as a man recently that he is. Since he came into Nipss, he has come up with several ideas, and I wish to commend him and his management team. I also recognize the presence of the IPAC chairman, Engineer Yabagi Yusuf, and the representative of the Provost and Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, the SDA, my able brother, Daya, and the rest of the management team from Nipss, the executive committee, and entire members of the Alumni Association of National Institute, participated in the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, and MacArthur Foundation on the question of this timely and very important qualification meeting on institutionalizing behavioral change, approaches to reduce corruption in public and private sectors in Nigeria. And it is the advocacy vehicle for the implementation of new research efforts, and we always partner with our alma mater to address both systemic and emerging challenges in order to come up with innovative policy and strategies for national development. This validation meeting cannot come at a better time than now, when core attributes and wrong values like selfishness, dishonesty, discrimination, and dependence breed corruption, poverty, illiteracy, poor accountability, impunity, arbitrariness, hate, violence, and general development in Nigeria. It's special to know that values drive behavior, and underpin virtually all aspects of human life. Nothing works properly without appropriate value implementation. Values evolve to address the needs of communities and nations over time, and they act as catalysts of change and sustainable development. They constantly define and guard social needs and set standards of behavior. When values are compromised, every necessity of development, including security and survival of nations, are also compromised. Nigeria's previous efforts at behavioral change and value orientation to address the highlighted challenges, including civic education, ethical reorientation, war against indiscipline, MAMSA, National Orientation Agency, achieved very little success because the approaches were neither participatory, comprehensive, nor scientific or sustained. These shortcomings and other challenges like poor funding, policy somersault, and of course, genuine economic empowerment of people must be addressed to reduce resistance to behavioral change and value orientation initiatives. Because economic realities and legitimate opportunities are critical to both behavioral change and reduction of corruption in the system. Indeed, during economic difficulties, issues of behavioral change and value orientation are severely challenged and backgrounded in terms of economic survival. This meeting provides opportunity for stakeholders to assess the efficacy of the draft curriculum of behavioral change approaches to reducing corruption and add value towards institutionalizing approaches that will reduce corruption in both the public and private sectors in Nigeria. It is indeed important to train a critical mass that will champion the all-important campaign against corruption practices in Nigeria. In doing this, however, these challenges posed by previous efforts at behavioral change need to be addressed through mainstreaming, participatory, comprehensive, and sustainable approaches in the training curriculum. I want to assure that ANI will continue to partner with Nipss to build capacity of government ministries, departments, and agencies, parliamentarians, the judiciary, professional bodies, and the general public towards promoting and accountability and good governance towards the society. Finally, I wish all the participants in this meeting fruitful deliberation and a safe journey back when you have presented the program. I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We appreciate your kind comments. We thank you also for coming, for your assurance that you continue to partner with the National Institute in the collective aspiration towards a better society. Excellency has said the values drive behavior. It has also put it on the table that we need value orientation to properly address corruption in Nigeria, and I'm sure that we can agree on this. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to also invite to the podium Engineer Badi Yusuf Sadi, National Chairman, IPAC, to give us his own message. Please put your hands together, please. Thank you.
Let me begin by congratulating the General Nipss, Professor Ayo Mokayo, for bringing together such eminent personalities in the decades that I believe will do justice to the events that we're here to validate today, which is the curriculum for behavioral change in not only our political sphere, but also private, and if you like, even the home, we need to catch them young, so that we can effectively change behavior right from home, and go a long way to institutionalize whatever we're trying to do today. I also thank the people who have contributed to putting together this campaign. And I also thank the partners, that is the international partners, MacArthur Foundation, for finding it worthy of their investments to deal with one of the most important problems that Nigeria is facing. And of course, there cannot be a better institution to handle this than Nipss, because Nipss is a premier institution when it comes to articulating policies for not only the political aspect, but also private, legal life, I believe the whole aspect of governing our nation. So to that extent, I want to thank you very much for inviting me. And on behalf of the political parties who are at the center of most of these things we're talking about, because the perception, whenever you mention politicians, is that unfortunately the perception is that we engender or promote corruption. That's not true. That's why I'm happy when you now say the private sector is now adding to the whole. So it's like a triangle. You need to have to attack all aspects of it. The private sector who have now the political space. Democracy thrives from an environment where you have these three important factors operating or existing rather. You must have peace before democracy can dominate and even grow. You must have justice, and you must also have strong institutions. That is why I very much align myself with Nipss when the Director mentioned the issue of how to build strong institutions and the damage that corruption does to our side, because Nigerians have come to accept, unfortunately, corruption as a way of life. Everywhere you come to, you can hardly have anybody doing anything for the axiomatic reasons, meaning for the sake of society or humanity. You only find people doing things for their own personal interests. Fortunately, it has permeated all strata of society we have, like you say, from the top to the bottom. So, and then there's no better way to attack this than this kind of awareness, this kind of training, this kind of orientation. So it's key, it's important. Correction has become perennial in our lives. That's the point I'm trying to make. And the only way to attack it is from time to time this kind of intervention. Those are the we have. As political parties, believe me, we are doing much we can do, but issues like that, money has become the only respected influence, in our country. If you have money, there's nothing you can get away with, including nothing can be shown. So this is not a small thing what you are trying to do. It's very important. I encourage you to please go ahead and do more of this. And as much as possible, involve our members, IPAC, because we represent the institution that is fundamental to the political and even the democracy that we have. without political parties, you can't think of having a democratic environment because we produce and all other institutions, including this, because people that appoint people that run this are politicians. We appoint people that are running the other to have the three acts of government. But you can see the one for well-being influence and incredible influence that the executive has over other acts of government. It shouldn't be so. And this is happening because of corruption. That's why when the DG says that undermines the rule of law, I quite agree with it. Because the rule of law cannot survive in an environment where money is what is expected. So, DG Incident, thank you for inviting me, and we will always be there to associate with you in cooperate. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Please put your hands together one more time for your value Yusuf Sadi. Thank you very much. We appreciate you for the wonderful remarks. He said Nigerians have come to accept corruption as a way of life. But he also said we need reorientation to address this mindset. He has said that this country cannot make progress unless we have peace, we have justice, and we have strong institutions. And I'm sure we all agree in the position of this eminent gentleman. All right, so we'll be going to a very vital part of this program, which is the presentation of the draft curriculum. And the draft curriculum that I'm talking about is the draft curriculum on institutionalizing behavior change approaches to reducing corruption in the public and private sectors in Nigeria. The chairman of that session will be Brigadier General CFJ retired MNI, who is the Secretary Director of Administration of the National Institute. Let me invite the presenter to come forward. Dr. Langsat Daniel of the University of Jos will be making the presentation of the draft curriculum. Can you please put your hands together and come forward to make that presentation? All right. What I think we should do is to have the chairman give us his brief remarks before the presentation. Can we please put our hands together for Brigadier General CFJ
The Director General of the National Institute, President of the National Institute, and the National Chairman, IPAC, all other protocols respectfully observed. Today, the National Institute is in the process of fulfilling one of its key mandates, which is identifying a policy issue that needs to be addressed and providing a solution to such policy issues. Corruption in Nigeria is been very endemic. The government over the years have tried to fight corruption through various agencies and institutions, the EFCC, the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, and the rest. But in spite of these government efforts, corruption has not gone away. Because in many popular places in Nigeria, the slang is that corruption is even fighting back. And to amaze you, by a study by the Transparency International. The Transparency International conducted a study on corruption perception index. Every year they release results of corruption perception index. The compilation from 1996 to 2022. Nigeria has deteriorated from being the 50th least corrupt country in the world to 150 least corrupt country in the world. In fact, we have improved. We bounced to 154 and we are 150. And this will show you how heavy, how bad the situation is. So the National Institute, having identified this and partnered with the MacArthur Foundation, is trying to develop a curriculum, or has developed a curriculum which will be presented shortly, that will be used to teach, and in education, the easiest way to change attitudes and character is through education. And I think that's why the National Institute is going through this route, to try to educate people who will be in positions of policy, people who will direct policies, people who will be implementing policy, so that by the time they internalize the study of anti-corruption, they will be able to streamline this into policies, into programs, and the country will be benefiting from it. So on this note, I want to most respectfully invite our presenter who will be presenting the draft curriculum today, Dr. Lansat Ayu, to on the University of Jos. And then you have 30 minutes to do the presentation.
You can go to the curriculum and transmit, show it as it is.
The one you just sent?
Yes. Show it as
Thank you very much, sir.
No, that one, no, that one.
National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, permit me to stand on directly established protocols, because I'm not even good at
Should we put it on?
establishing one.
Should we put this on?
So I'm
Yes, this should be online. It should be on YouTube.
happy to inform you
Put
that
all those ones to all
when
those
this
ones.
curriculum development was going on, I also had a behavioral change.
It was how you sent
And I'm happy to announce that today is the first time I'm going to be using the reading classes. And that's behavioral change to conform with this fact that when you sit on the system a lot, you need to be wearing glasses.
Your mind is true.
I hope I can survive. This is permit me